All right, y'all, the Underground King Murf back again with another video sponsored by the great folks up at DraftKings. Listen, if you're anything like me, the season has been so fun thus far, and it's only going to get better once the cream rises to the top, and I know your favorite football team is rising to the top. Nah, let me stop playing. You know your team is air sleeping and splatterwhacked, but it can still be fun because you can still place a $5 wager once you download that DraftKings Sportsbook and get $200 in free betting. So use that $5 to get on another team and bet your heart out because, man, it is about to be on. Tons of ways for you to get in on the fun. Make sure you don't forget about those same game parlays. That's where you can enter multiple bets within the same game to level up for even more winning. And if you don't have online wagering in your state, it doesn't matter, baby. We're telling you right now, you're getting in on the fun. You just got to hit up DraftKings Daily Fantasy and get to winning. Come on, man. What are you waiting for? $5 to get you $200 with the promo code TOPBILLIN. Once you download that Sportsbook app and you haven't already done it, make sure you do it right now. Not now, but right now. 5 for $200. Enter the promo code TOPBILLIN. Tell them the Underground King sent you, baby. Salute.
Let's get it on.
All right, Top Billin. I'd be remiss if I didn't start here. Shout outs to a viewer for hipping me to this one right here, putting me on game. You're going to have a couple of clear out routes here. Got Tyreek Hill getting vert. But you're just going to have Waddle here on a tight slot on this out route. In the corner who works out here to this side actually does a great job on this. But the Samoan Sniper Tua Tagovailoa, absolutely accurate as always. Accurate as all get out. Sniping these fools. No play action needed. Look at this. Yaka. What? What I tell you about that, right? We call it football porn here, right? Everybody worried about the deep ball and all this and that. I'm trying to look at the intricacies of the game. The stuff that 90-something% of the playbook lies within. And this man is damn near a masterclass in that aspect. Check this out right here. We'll take it from a different angle on the next one right here. You can see the clear out route start to work. Waddle works towards the side of here. I want to say it might be Greg Newsome, who is in perfect position. Look at that. He can drive on this thing. And remember, if you have a lollipop arm and you lob this bad boy up with no strength on it, guess what happens? Ask your boy how I know. I've picked off passes like that before. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Virgin tight window. You don't believe your boy? Check this out. Virgin tight window right here. Oh, that was the only place it could be for Waddle to be able to get it and for it not to be intercepted. Look at this right here. Newsome right there. And, oh, just not good enough. Come on, man. Great players make great plays, or at least that was a great play on Newsome's part right there, and had Tua and Waddle make a great play on that one. That's hard. Now, look at this fade right here to your man Trent Sherfield. Trent Sherfield. I'm going to have to put him on my all-steady Eddie team. He is just that guy. Look at this. Look at the velocity. Oh! Come on, man. What? Look at this, man. My man on the pool here immediately knows exactly where he can go because you pretty much got that smash concept going here. And put that bad boy to the back of the end zone. 8-ball corner pocket. Rack him. What are we doing here? Come on, man. Look at this right here. And look at your man right here. I'm the sniper. Come on, man. Putting it back only where it could be. Now, listen, we ain't going to talk about Sherfield right here, right? 5 fingers to the face, right? Talk to the hand. Talk to the hands, but it's all good there. But look at where this ball is, man. Emerson couldn't do nothing about it, be able to get 2 feet in. That man was out there rolling, absolutely rolling, and the haters still won't give him no credit. Listen, I don't even want to do these Tua Tagovailoa Jones anymore, to be honest with you. Stop asking me for them. I'll come back when necessary because I feel like now we're beating a dead horse. The man can clearly play, just like I've said the past couple of years here on this channel, but people still aren't going to give him his credit. Look at this dumbass right here. On my previous item on Tua Tagovailoa, talking about him shutting Colin Cowherd the fuck up, revisiting my content piece from a couple of years ago when Cowherd said that the Miami Dolphins should draft Justin Fields to replace Tua after one season and just 11 months after saying Tua Tagovailoa was his number one quarterback in that particular draft. You still had a hater like this cat right here, Joe Ferreira. He said, not really. Tua hasn't hit a guy in stride all year. And I'm a Dolphin fan. He's playing well, but also has more weapons than anyone in the league. So you notice how these guys always qualify and then disqualify, right? This man said he hasn't hit a guy in stride all year. He's only talking about the deep ball. If you're talking about hitting somebody in stride, Tua Tagovailoa is the master at that with the quick and mid-range game, being able to get guys the ball in rhythm to where they can run after the catch. But that's above people like that's head. He only knows home runs, deep balls, slam dunk, and slap shots. He knows splash plays that casual fans like. He's playing well, but he's playing well, but come on, man. There's no but. If you're playing well, you're playing well. Why are you trying to diminish what he's doing? He doesn't have more weapons than anyone in the league. There are several teams to this day, I would still take their offensive weaponry over the Dolphins, but at the most, I would just say it's equal. You can't tell me a team that has Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Julio Jones on it is not a team that is weapon the fuck out. Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa, got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown, and he had Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, Leonard Fournette, all kinds of guys, right? Nobody said anything about that. Justin Herbert, who this guy loves, has Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. And guess how he looks now with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen hurt? He doesn't look the same. But that's to be expected because anybody with half a brain knows weapons help quarterbacks. That's just no way around it. It's football. One hand washes the other, both wash the face. Weapons matter. Not to mention my entire spiel on Tua's situation at the time dealt with putting him on an even playing field. A lot of these guys he's being compared to had great offensive minds piloting the program. Tua did not have that. He had multiple guys as offensive coordinators, and none of them some type of elite coordinator. Now he has Mike McDaniel, who has him on an even playing field because Mike McDaniel is the absolute shit coming from that Kyle Shanahan tree, and you can see the difference. But this clown goes on to say, Miami traded their future away for a noodle arm injury-prone guy. Noodle arm injury-prone guy. Okay. So he made himself get a concussion. Okay, we can note that. He gave himself a concussion, according to this clown. What are you talking about? Noodle arm. Once again, he's talking about the deep ball because opposite hash throws in stride, quick and mid-range game, he's killing it. Absolutely destroying it. What the fuck are you talking about? All you idiots need to shut up until Tua plays just one full season. Listen, this guy is changing his own narrative. If you go back and look at a lot of the shit he was saying, it had nothing to do with none of that. But he has to continue the hate because what else is he going to do? It's hard as a man to admit that you were just wrong. It's just hard, right? That ego gets in the way of it. That's all this is, man. There's a whole bunch of people who are wrong, who jumped on some goofy-ass social media shit, parroting what other dumbasses say, and now they have to keep something up, and they have to use any and everything. They have to throw darts at the board just to feel like they weren't all the way wrong or to try to save face. Get the fuck out of here. Then he says he never had and never will. He's still a bust. Can you imagine calling the number one rated quarterback in the NFL who is undefeated this year? His team is undefeated in games he has both started and played. Calling him a bust. So if he's a bust and he can be the number one rated quarterback in the NFL, then what are actual busts? Come on. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Oh my God, Slim, look at this out route right here. This may be my favorite throw of this particular game right here. You can see this man staring down a gun barrel after this back to the basket play action fake off his back foot in Yaka. What are we doing here, man? Off his back foot, back to the basket play action fake to Jeff Wilson Jr. Man, isn't that funny? I said something about Chase Edmonds on one of the previous ones, and the next thing you know, he's gone, and they get Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert on the same team again. What are we doing? That's hard. But look at this man right here, back to the basket play action fake. Nowhere to go. Can't step into it. So this is a fall away jumper. Look at that. Can't do anything. He didn't step into it. He just had to kind of just rotate his hips. And look at this. And look at the product placement right on the sideline. Allows that man to toe tap it in. Right? Tap in. That's hard. Let's look at it from Tyreek Hill's perspective. Now look at this man running off this coverage. You're going to automatically open up. Look at Newsome here, right? Newsome's like, damn, let me just start sprinting with my head. He's about to turn his head and just start sprinting towards the goal line. But look at that. Playing with leverage and then getting turned around. That's why you don't do that. Why not center yourself up? Then you can flip your hips to either side and be able to compete that way. But guess what? You give up the outside pretty easily here when you do that. You get that early pandemic separation, and then you have a cat like Tua Tagovailoa, a.k.a. the Samoan Sniper, putting it right where it needs to be. That's too easy, man. Come on. Look at this throw against over-under coverage here to the Houston Comet, Jalen Waddle. Right then and there, you already know what the deal is on the transition. Now, you can say that Newsome let him transition like that to run that bracket coverage. Maybe, maybe not. But all I know is if you leave a little bit of room, look what's going to happen. He's going to eat zone coverage up. You give him a little bit of time. I saw Armstead was back. You give him enough time. Dude, what the hell are you going to do with him in the quick and mid-range game with these type of guys who fit that particular system? It's one thing to have good players. It's another thing to have good players who fit your system. Speaking of, this is tough to navigate. Look at this out route here, and look at the circuitous. Look at that. Look at the circuitous route he takes here by pressing it to the inside here. Working against Emerson, pressing it to the inside, making Emerson commit. And remember, this is coming from a reduction. The split has been reduced. This man's taking an inside approach. He sticks that foot in the ground. Immediately spins him like a dreidel. He's all out of sorts right there. He's done. But Waddle actually continues to press it up the field before he actually transitions. It's kind of weird to me, but then he works up the field. He gets enough separation, enough of that early pandemic separation right there where he can drift up the field instead of running flat down the line of scrimmage, and Tua can lead him there. You saw that? So imagine this. Coming out of that transition, normally you would run it either flat down the line of scrimmage, or you may even work back towards the ball to protect the ball and yourself here, but he drifts this way because he has that great separation there, and Tua's able to lead him because of the accuracy, and it works out to perfection. Look at him, able to get upfield a little bit, although he slips. Had he not slipped, we could have been looking at another sizable gain in the quick game. That's the Dolphins' way. So I know Clown's going to talk about this one right here. Now, look, was that underthrown? That was not underthrown. That's when you know you have to go and get it because somebody is on you like Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward can run. So Tyreek Hill not going to just fly by him. So this ball was on the money. It's just that Denzel Ward was there as well. So man has to try to go and get it above him. And just so happens to be a good play. Do what you must do, haters. But you ain't hating on this shit right here. This was cold. Look at this. Running that drag route. It don't matter, baby. Virgin tight windows. You don't see this? Man, Newsom having a tough one here. He's holding and everything, and it does not matter. He's in good position. Look how many times he's been in good position, and it does not matter because of the product placement and the accuracy within it. It's actually a good job of catching with your body here instead of maybe trying to pluck that out the air because Newsom probably could have raked his hands through there. I don't know what was going on with this right here, but I saw it coming from a mile away. I was like, somebody going to mess with this ref. And look who it is. I think he realized at the last moment, let me leave her alone. Somebody was going to mess with her, if you know what I mean. All right, before I get out of here, a lot of that guy's gripe about Tua and why he keeps riding Tua is because he's a Justin Herbert fan. Despite the fact that I guarantee you that man was on that tank for Tua shit when y'all guys wanted Tua when he was in college. Then y'all end up with him, and then people turn on him right away because they see Justin Herbert balling. But they don't realize Justin Herbert's throwing a freaking Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and Hunter Henry with a doper run game with Austin Eckler. Just a much better offensive setup for someone to come right in and succeed with, opposed to a guy like Devontae Parker. What did I say? I thought Devontae Parker was a number 2 wide receiver on a decent team and a number 3 on a really good team. He's neither, right? He's neither 1 nor 2 in New England, and you could see that. And then some of the guys that they had there, it's just not the same. It just wasn't the same. So you have right here, right, one less game for Tua. They count that game that he started in Cincinnati but didn't get a chance to finish here. You can see my man has over 140 more attempts, right? Herbert has 140 more attempts. That's crazy. But look at the completion percentage here. 71 for Tua, only 2,200, right? He has 2,200 yards to 24, so less than 200 yards between the two despite all those attempts, letting you know that something not going right over there. 14 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, very good, no doubt about that, an 89 rating. But 18 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, 118 rating to lead the NFL, and you still got cats talking about same old Tua. 9.1 yards per attempt, 6.3 yards per attempt. What are we doing here? Come on, man. Having a big arm doesn't mean you're going to have those big results. Yes, he has a bigger arm than Tua. He's not more accurate than Tua. He can't think the game through like Tua, and we see it bearing out right now that they're on a more even playing field. I will say this. I don't think he's on an even playing field. He's on a playing field that's about like how Tua was, because he has not had Keenan Allen most of this year. Mike Williams has been hurt or got hurt a couple of games ago, but nobody gave Tua that type of benefit of the doubt, right? So right now, Tua crushing that there, and there's nothing you can say about that, straight up. So do what you got to do, but you already know what time it is over here. It's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murf, a.k.a. the Underground King. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.